Hello, junior engineer. Okay.
Junior,
Junior,
Junior, Junior, Junior.
Yo, what's up guys? This is your sailor friend, the Merchant Navy guy, and as most of you guys already know, I'm on a 330 feet long monster ship right now. We are in China right now, but today's video is not at all about ships. It's about the journey of a junior engineer from holy crap I'm on a ship to holy crap I'm on a ship. And to give us this raw information, I have a very special guest with us today, Mr. Abhay Anand Sinha. He is my very first engine cadet, so you guys can say that he was mentored by me, even though just a teeny tiny bit. So without further delay, let's call him in. So guys, this is Abhay Anand Sinha, my engine cadet. Abhay, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Abhay Anand Sinha and I'm engine cadet on this ship.
Alright guys, let's start with the questions. So Abhay, when was the first time you realized that I handle a YouTube channel, or you came to know that I have a YouTube channel?
Actually, you came 22 days after me
I did.
and I saw you recording something with third engineer.
Yeah.
So I made in back of my mind that you are having some YouTube channel. But really, I believed when ship gave me some internet after spending some 20-30 MBs there.
We recently got the internet on board the ship.
Yes.
It has been 1.5 months.
Yes,
right?
approx 1.5 months.
Approximately 1.5 months. So very recently you came to know that I have a channel.
Yes.
So were you expecting this interview, that you are going to be interviewed, or were you expecting to be featured in some or the other video?
No, actually I was not at all expecting of interview.
Uh-huh.
This is a surprise you gave me at least 20-30 days before that you will be taking my interview.
Guys, the point to be noted here is this is actually his last day on the ship.
Yes.
And it's 4:30 already, as you can see behind us on the clock, and he's going to leave the ship at 6:30 exactly.
Yes.
So we were planning this interview for 30 days almost, and only today we could manage this free time together so that we could conduct this interview. Okay, so how does this interview make you feel? Like you're nervous, you're excited, or you're stressed? I have to leave for home and I still have to sit in this interview. Like you're feeling bad, or you feel happy? What is it?
Actually, this interview feels very good for me. I'm pretty confident, and actually I'm more happy today because I'm signing off. This is my first sign off. So this interview does not feel like an interview to me. It feels like a normal chit chat. It feels like a normal talking to my senior. It feels very good.
Right, very nice answer. Alright, on a more serious note, let's get to some good questions.
Okay.
So, in this first section, I'll give you a situation, and you have to tell me what were your expectations for that situation and how the reality was different from your expectations. So, let's start from the very beginning. Let's talk about your joining. I believe you joined from Malaysia.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, when you joined, what was your expectation like? When you're gonna land in Malaysia, you're gonna see some beaches, go to some nice places, maybe see the city a little bit, or see pretty girls at the beach, or maybe at the airport someone's gonna come and give you a very warm welcome. So, and how the reality was different from, like how much different it was, and how it was different from the expectations.
Actually, the reality was very different from my expectation.
How?
It was actually not very different. It was fully different from my expectation.
Alright.
None of my expectations were fulfilled.
So basically, what were you expecting in the beginning?
I was expecting after landing in Malaysia, I will be at least able to see 2-3 good buildings, good city, at least some beaches nearby road when I will go.
Yeah.
But none
So
of my
you were not expecting to stay. You were from the beginning. You were expecting just to cross the beaches.
Yes, I was expecting to cross the beaches.
Okay.
I was expecting to see something during my ride to the ship,
Okay.
going on board ship. But none of that came true. The agent took us through the countryside. It was good road, good environment. Trees were there everywhere. Only grass, trees and road.
Okay, so no human beings.
No human beings. Some restaurants that too closed.
Okay.
One restaurant we had some food in that, and directly we joined the ship. So it was a pretty very simple joining, and nothing interesting in that.
So you could not see beaches, but you saw greenery. You saw the jungle.
Yes.
Did you see any animals on the
No
way?
animals, zero animals.
Okay, no animals, no humans, but
yes.
a restaurant which was about to close.
Yes, a restaurant which was about to close, and that too we got the food with very difficulty there.
How was the food? Like it was good,
Food was good. We had a South Indian food, dosa.
Okay.
We had dosa and coffee there. It was good. We were hungry also because it was breakfast time, nearly 8:30, and we
Yeah.
had the dinner in our flight at late night. So we were hungry for breakfast. So we ate and we came directly on board. There was nothing very
Okay.
interesting.
So no hotel stay, but the route was scenic, but you could not see the beaches
No.
or what you expected.
What I expected, I couldn't see any of that.
So it felt like you were not in Malaysia. It
No.
felt like India.
Not India actually, but it felt like I was expecting, what pictures I had in the back of my mind. I couldn't able to see in reality that.
When you were informed that you are about to join this huge VLCC, this is a 330-meter long ship.
Yes.
So, what was your expectation that how is this going to be? Were you nervous? Were you excited? And how different was the reality when you came on board?
Actually, I was a bit nervous joining this ship because everyone surroundings told that doing oil tanker is not an easy job.
It's true, coming and working on an oil tanker is not an easy task.
Yes.
Not everyone can do it. You did it. Congratulations.
Thank you. But with more utmost difficulty,
Yes.
I completed my contract.
Alright, Abbas, so what are your views on the term of your contract? Is 5 months plus 5 plus minus 1 month is your contract, right?
Yes.
So is it the right amount for you to learn everything on ship and to stay on ship, or is it a bit too long, or is it a bit too short to learn? What are your views?
Actually, the contract time is perfect. 5 plus minus 6, we can go maximum to 6 months.
Yeah.
That is good. Actually, we need that much time to learn, to get our hands on, practical, everything, because we are totally new to the ship. And we are seeing this much huge ship at a time, this much machineries at a time. So
it gets difficult.
It
Yeah,
gets
it's
difficult.
overwhelming, right?
Overwhelming, and it's
Just coming and seeing all this machinery moving, bang, bang. The
Yes.
noise alone,
Noises.
right? The noise alone, the generators and the main engine, bang, bang, bang.
And
Especially
mainly-
the engine room.
yes, and mainly about the environment, and mainly about the temperature.
Yeah,
what is there
temperature.
in engine room?
What was the temperature when you joined?
When I joined, temperature was 47.
47.
Yes.
And what is the highest temperature in the engine
50.
room you experienced? 50 degrees Celsius. Mind you guys, we are talking about degrees Celsius. We are working at 50 degrees Celsius.
It's not at all easy.
It's not at all easy. So we were talking about the contract, the
Yes.
length of the contract. So is it okay?
Yes, it's okay, and you need that much time to get at most knowledge, so that at next ship you will not be fully reliable to someone. You can do some of the works, at least most of the works of junior engineer you can do yourself, and you will be feeling pretty more confident.
Yes. So you are more confident about the machinery now.
Yes, I am more confident about the machinery now. I feel confident. I feel good when I I troubleshoot or I do some work.
It
For
is
the machinery.
oddly satisfying, right?
Oddly satisfying.
Job satisfaction.
Yes, I get some job satisfaction
Yeah.
if I do something, and and most important thing, that if you do that something what satisfying you, you will not forget that thing.
Yeah, true. So you were about to sign off on the last port, but unfortunately it got delayed for some reason.
Yes.
So your contract got extended to +1. So that feeling of signing off, like I'm about to sign off, and then it getting cancelled or getting postponed for that
Yes.
matter, even though it's under your contract, does that hurt? Does that feel bad?
Actually, it feel bad for some time.
Yeah.
For one day you will feel bad, but after that you have to make up your mind.
Yes.
If you are on the ship, you have to work. You don't have any other option.
True, very true.
You have to be mentally strong. You have to keep your peace in mind.
So, what was that one thing that kept you at peace, that kept you mentally strong, that kept you going after your sign off got postponed? What was that one thought or one thing or one person who helped you through this time?
When I joined, I first only made my mind that I will not think about the sign off.
So from the beginning, you were very clear that you are not going to think about the sign
Sign
off.
off, no.
No expectations. Someone guided you.
Yes,
like someone gave you this.
I have been guided by my seniors.
Okay.
I will not think about the sign off. If you think about the sign off, your efficiency will go down.
So
Sure.
all the new cadets joining ships for the first time, please don't think about your sign off. Your
Yes.
efficiency is gonna go down. By Mr. Abhay Anand Sinha. That's not me saying. That's him saying.
Yes, sure.
It's good advice though. Okay, Abhay, so let's talk about your experiences.
Okay.
So, in your experience, what was one best and one worst thing about this particular ship, on this ship?
The worst thing about the ship is the best thing about the ship is that it keeps you indulged every time. It gives you chance to learn, so it keeps you busy, and that is good, I think. On the ship, you should be busy.
Okay. And what's the worst thing? How is this worst?
It's worse that you have to compromise on some part of your time.
Okay.
You cannot be fully relaxed. You have to be attentive, you have to be focused, you have to be ready for everything.
Alright.
Always ready.
Always ready for problems. Alright, Abhay, since you have brought up challenges, what was the most challenging thing you have done in your contract on the ship?
The most challenging thing on the ship is to handle commands. You have to handle 10 commands in 10 minutes apart from the work you are doing. And you have to satisfy your engineers.
Where do the commands come from?
Command comes from our seniors.
All the seniors, everybody commands you at once.
Not once, but in the span of time, everyone will command.
So there are jobs that are allocated to you to assist someone or to do some paperwork or something.
Yes.
And
Times.
and you have been given a specific deadline that you have to finish that task in.
Yes.
Okay. And you have to multitask for that.
Multitask for that.
Yeah.
And so you have to be you should make your body flexible, mind flexible, everything, and you should not at all get tired in that, because this is the daily routine on the ship and you will get this type of orders every day.
So guys, this is very true for us junior. I have been a junior engineer. He is engine cadet right now. That is very true. Being the junior engineer on ship means being a multitasker, right? You have to know how to handle 3 to 4 tasks at a time and remember everything. And also finish everything before the deadline. Okay, since we are on the topic of challenges, what are your views on bunkering? How do you feel about filling the fuel? Bunkering is the process of filling fuel in the ship. So what are your thoughts about that? How challenging is that? How do you learn from that challenge?
Actually, bunkering is something new. Actually, everything is new for me on the ship.
Yeah,
bunkering,
that's true. Everything is new.
everything is new. Bunkering is a bit challenging thing. You have to be very careful, very focused. Otherwise, you will land up in something big. So you should not do that. And as a junior engineer, I get chance to observe my seniors, what they are doing, how how attentive they are, how they are handling bunker.
So how do you think how attentive I am? Since bunkering is my responsibility, along with the chief engineer, how attentive do you think we are? How was the bunkering?
Yeah, pretty good attentive. But I learned from you how to do bunker, how to prepare papers, how to take bunker soundings.
Now continuing on the topic of challenges, we have done 3 unit decarbs, 3 main engine decarbs on the ship in your contract, in your tenure alone. So how challenging were those? How was one decarb different from the other?
Actually, all 3 decarbs for me was very different from others.
Yeah.
First decarb was there.
How is that? So why was it different?
Because first decarb was there when I came after 10 days.
Yeah.
First decarb was there. I was not fully familiarized with all the things, all the procedures.
You must be like, what is happening, man? How did you realize how huge the piston was? Were you amazed by it?
I was very much amazed. I was feeling very much good also, but at the same time I was fully confused also.
Yeah, right.
Because what is happening, what people are doing, what procedures are being
Was there
followed
someone who was telling you at the time, like, this is now we are doing this, now we are doing this thing, now we are taking the piston out, or was everyone busy?
No, actually at that time no one was telling me, because it's a job. You can no one can do 2 jobs at a time, mainly at decarb. So it's a job where you have to be full focused on that job. Otherwise you will
demands your complete focus and attentiveness. And on top of that, we have a deadline. We have to finish it in that certain period of time.
Yes, true.
Yeah. So everyone was busy at the time.
Everyone was busy. If you want to learn, you have to go and ask them.
Yes.
You have to go. They will, if they are in a good mood.
Yeah.
If they are not tired, they will tell you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you should be ready for the consequences.
You should be ready for the consequences. Very diplomatic answer, but okay, accepted.
Yes, true.
Okay. So how was the second decarb?
Second decarb was a bit okay. I was a bit familiarized. I know what is the parts. I knew the procedure.
Because I knew the names of the parts by then, all the parts, piston pin, gudgeon pin, everything.
Yes, I knew the name. I had referred manual also. Okay. So I was a bit confident, but
so by the time of second decarb, you had taken some effort to learn about the engine more.
In decarb, parts, how it is done, what step is done, what precautions are taken before doing decarb.
The most important part is precautions. You have to be safe during any operation. Safety is the first priority. And I'm proud to say that this engine cadet is very good at it. This engine cadet is very good at following safety procedures. So
regarding decarb, now the third decarb was good Actually, we finished our third decaf very fast.
Yeah.
You see, we did our third
Yes,
decaf
it was
very
quick
fast.
like this. We were like all super experienced in decaf, and you must have realized that how short. I think we did almost in 70% of the time it took us the first time.
Yes. We did it actually very fast. Everyone was surprised after completing the decaf that we did it so fast.
Yeah.
One credit I want to give was to the weather. Weather was good.
Yes.
Temperature was not so hot, so it increased our efficiency. And another credit is that all crew members were experienced.
Yes.
So we did it good.
We all we were the same crew. We all were the same guys who did all 3 decaps. No.
Yes.
Nobody was. There was no crew change in between those 2 decaps.
That was the biggest advantage.
That was the biggest advantage,
Yes.
right?
That was the biggest advantage, and third decaf was very good, and I knew the procedures, what will happen after this, what will happen. So it was good to me, even though I am not allowed to touch everything.
Yeah.
So whatever jobs I was
Our
given,
necessary precaution. Okay.
Yes.
You have to be safe. You have
Yeah,
to think about your safety.
So whatever jobs I have been given, I have done that. So if now I will do I will be involved in another decaf, I will be pretty more confident,
Yeah.
and I will be able to tell what should be done after that, what should be done after this. So it's good experience that I have got.
Very nice, very mature. And I can see that you have learned a lot. Alright, let's move on to something very tanker specific. So, what are your views on preparing the cargo plant?
Actually, cargo plant is the thing. First thing I came and saw on this thing is the cargo plant, because I went for round with the second engineer. Steam was coming, so I thought, what is that? Then he told me this is a cargo plant. We have to prepare this in order to discharge or load cargo.
Yeah.
We have to
The most important thing that we do on
important
ships
thing. Yes.
is preparing the cargo plant. That's what we are paid for, moving cargo from here to there.
Yes.
And we have to load it and discharge it. And discharging is very, very critical operation. Right now we are discharging, we are in China.
Yes.
And we have prepared this plant again. Third engineer is on watch right now.
Yes.
So, how overwhelming was it? Oh my god, this is a turbine, this 3 steam turbines, and then on top of that ballast pump turbines. Was it overwhelming? Was it, oh my god, how am I going to do this? Or was it, yes, I get to learn something new?
Yes, it was a bit overwhelming, because first time you see all these things, that too very huge, and their capacities are also very huge.
Right.
So that gave me some route to learn about that, how this works, how it creates so much
And
pressure.
you knew it's the turbines and the boilers. You have studied about it before.
Studied about it. I had some basic knowledge,
Yeah.
but main knowledge what I got was from the manuals. What I studied, what basic information now I have is really from the manuals.
Even we are mixing 2 topics here. How different was this reality from your expectation? How different was it? What you studied and what you saw on board. Was there a connection? Was there a great connection? Or was it totally different?
Actually, to make a connection also, no, you have to read manuals.
Yes.
Because what you read in the books and what you read in the manuals,
Yeah.
there is a difference.
How? That's what I'm asking. How big is the difference?
Actually, that is a very big difference, because manuals, what is given, they are given only their specific.
Yeah.
Books, some general points are also there.
Yeah.
So I better will tell that you have to read manuals in order to be more confident.
So, whatever incoming engine cadets are there, whoever is coming on board for the first time, would you recommend them to read the manuals, read all
Yes.
the machinery manuals?
Yes, I will recommend them not to read all machinery manuals, unless some machineries like freshwater generator, incinerator, and cargo pumps, if you are on an oil tanker, and generator. These machineries, and if you get time, main engine also. These machineries, if you read basics also, not fully manual, basic also if you read, you will be confident. You will know, you will have the base knowledge, and if you go on next ship, you will be pretty more confident.
That's a very good advice. Please, if you missed it, rewind the video, listen to it again. You should read all these manuals,
Yes.
especially when you're coming on board for the first time. Alright, now the most important thing, and probably the biggest pain for us engineers on board, what are your views on Sunday surprises on this ship particularly?
Actually, the Sunday surprises are very frequent on this ship.
Yes, they are.
I don't know about the other ships, because this is my first
You
ship.
just love them, right?
Yes. I have to love them, because no other option. You have to have biryanis,
Yes.
and after that you have to face that surprises.
Yes.
So you have to be pretty more mentally prepared. that your Sunday will be not so easy.
So don't you wish sometimes that it should have been on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, on a weekday, on any weekday, but not on Sunday?
Yes, I wish, but it never got fulfilled here.
Yeah.
In last 6 months.
A couple of Sundays, right?
A couple of Sundays we got
Yeah.
by God's grace, but okay. Maximum of Sundays we were facing our surprises only.
Yes. Alright, man. Cheers to your 6 months on this sponsorship.
Thank
As
you.
we all know, you're leaving in about 1.5 hours.
Okay.
I wish you a very bright future.
Thank you.
Now, before we finish this video, is there anything you would like to say to the people who are joining a ship for the first time? Engine cadets, deck cadets, anyone who's joining the ship for the first time.
I will like to say for the engine cadets or deck cadets, whoever is joining ship first time, that you have to be mentally prepared. At least don't think when you will go home. You have to be mentally prepared. You came here to learn and go, and you will be satisfied and you will be rewarded. Thank you.
So basically, you're relating this to your sign off problem. This is from your heart.
Yes.
That you want to say, don't think about sign off.
Uh.
If you are expecting sign off, it will be a lot harder for you to
Yes,
work.
yes.
Right? It's
You-
better to let the things roll, let the dice roll,
Yes,
and
sure.
more days, more money, right?
Yes, more days, more money. Not for engine cadet, but okay.
2 more days, more money. Not for engine cadets. Well, anyway, you're getting more days, more money for more days, right?
Yes.